I have a question. Do you know how to choose well for yourself in life, in all categories? How do you know how to choose well? Who taught you how to? Listen, before I bombard you with a lot of questions, because that's the kind of grandbaby I am, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, and then we'll get into it, okay? Go and then we'll unpack. Go. Choosing well for yourself. So God unveiled something for me. I had a season where I was like, okay, Lord, I want to eat better. I want to feel better. I want to exercise. I want to do all the things, but I did not realize that how I was choosing in certain areas actually impacted negatively the other areas. So you wondering why you don't have the energy to go ahead and exercise? It's because you're not eating to have energy. Ooh. That's what happens. And so I was literally like, okay, I'm going to fast. Because if I fast and I know I'm supposed to eat something, I'm real good with the like, nope, because I'm going to fast. But then Holy Spirit was like, you know why you aren't getting the results that you want, the consistency that you want. You like, why am I in this drive-through? Like, you know why that's your issue? Because you have not learned to choose well for yourself. And when it was phrased to me like that, I didn't like that. What do you mean I'm not choosing well for yourself? He said, if you know that when you eat cheese, you feel a certain way. You may feel good for the 20 minutes that you have in your meal, but the next day you feel something and you're like, your throat does that thing and you waking up with stuff in your eyes. And why do you do that to yourself? Would you knowingly, your children, your husband, your whatever, if you knew they had a reaction to certain things, would you consciously cook that and serve that to them? And I was like, no. Why? I was like, because I care about them. Right. So it's not a matter about you probably just not caring about yourself. It may be more along the lines of you don't know how to choose well for yourself. And the one thing that I've learned about human nature, what you suffer in or lack in skill set tool in one area shows up in other areas. So I pulled back. I was like, all right, so that's with food. He's like, you also did that with jobs. You didn't choose well for yourself. You put yourself in places around people that you knew, that's not going to work. We say that's not going to work, is what I'm saying. Yet you tried to befriend people who you knew immediately. Yeah. But you were trying not to. I'm trying to be more. No, don't try to be something that's not well for you. And so I was looking at other categories and I was like, okay, how do you choose well for yourself? The operative word is self. How well do you know yourself? How well have you really sat down? See, you'll know a whole bunch about the celebrity of choice. You know their birthday, their name, where they was born, and all this stuff, and then their album, and you able to sing their stuff and do whatever. Oh, your basketball stat? Because you can trace how they made it to the NBA or the NFL and this, that, and third. Listen, let it be something you really are interested in. You know all the details. You know where they're going to be at, where they live, who they dated, this, that, and the third. But you don't have that type of data when it comes to you. What foods energize you? What kind of personality traits work best with you? What kind of personality traits work best for you in friendship, relationship? What do you need to stay away from? Okay, great. What personality traits you drain you? What's the difference between something exciting you and something just like, no, that's not going to work? When do you push yourself to the max? Do you have a cutoff? Do you have boundaries with people, places, and things? Are there things that you're currently doing that is literally like the Brussels sprouts of the plate of your life? And then the other stuff is what you like, but this particular side is like when you look at the plate of your life, are you satisfied? Have you chosen well for yourself. Because I will say this to you. The sum total of your life, yeah, things happen. Some things you can't control and can't control. But the sum total of your life is the summation of all the decisions you made. Yeah. Like once you became old enough to say, that one, yeah, and then that created an outcome, and that was a part of your life. Choose well. So if you're looking at your proverbial plate of life and you seeing that it's too much Brussels sprouts, or you got fried liver, smothered liver, and you don't like liver? Oh, okay. You got calamari and you don't like it? So why are they still on your plate? And if someone is serving that to you, knowing that you don't like that, then maybe it's time to switch restaurants. No disrespect to the restaurants that serve calamari, but you wouldn't be their favorite, you wouldn't be their favorite patron. So that's okay. You need to go somewhere else. Once you are aware of what is being served to you, what is being offered, and what works well to you, that should be a no-brainer. I'm sorry, is there peanuts in this? I'm allergic. I can't have it. Now you're able to choose well for yourself. Most of the time in life, what's happening is that you're choosing what's popular. You're choosing what's trendy. You're choosing what's lucrative. You're choosing, and you are not in that equation anywhere. And so guess what? You now have to live a life that doesn't feel like it's even fit for you. It's giving Cinderella. It's not your shoe. It's giving Cinderella. That was your mother's dream. No, you thought that, the quickest way for me to make money is. But guess what? That eventually catches up to you, because everybody gets to a place that they realize money's just not it. Company is just not it. Being in a big house is just not it. Going ahead, it's just not it. At the end of that, if you watch my video on contentment, things have to mean something to you. Look at that. Everywhere you go, it's almost like you can't escape you. So it would behoove you in being your best interest to learn you. Very good. Because in order to choose well for yourself, you need to know more about you. Good job. Absolutely. It's almost like you knew what I was going to say. So I'm real big in making a affirmation, declaration, whatever you want to do. But I'm real big in making pacts, okay? So today, from the time that you watch, okay, today is your last day compromising you. And so in order for you to choose well for yourself, you are going to enroll in the classroom of you. Welcome. You. And then that way you can choose well for yourself, and then you'll see all the things happen and you'll be like, wow. And sidebar, because I feel led to say it, the area where you suffer most is the area you know least about yourself. That's between you and the Lord. Holy Spirit told me to say it, so I say it. Yeah. There is no suffering where you have understanding. And there's no suffering where you understand what your role is in that. Little tidbit, I had asked God the other day, what's my role in this? Because he told me that I was getting stewardship and sustainability. I was getting those confused. And so when I heard him say that, I was like, okay, so then what's my role in this? He said, be a good steward over what I give you. How you're sustained is my role. And guess what? Once I knew that that works well for me, because I like being a steward, I like planning, I like budgeting, I like, okay, this is what I have, how I'm going to split it up kind of thing. That's my favorite color. Guess what? I felt better because I understood me, and I understood how stewardship looks for me. Choose well for yourself in all things, and watch how life looks like it's getting better. Because you actually understood the person that was suffering before you did it. Yourself. Okay, great. But listen, did you like this video? Subscribe to this channel? You should, okay? That's a like and a subscribe. Okay, great. Share, comment, all the YouTube stuff, because we're here now. I do these videos once a week, every Thursday, because I'm a consistent grandbaby and I choose well for myself. Okay, great. But I'm going to go ahead and let me go. We'll talk later. Thursday, to be exact, okay? All right. Later.